Welcome to Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria. In a continent brimming with weekend getaway options, Sofia might not be the first choice that comes to mind. Join me to discover why this city is worth visiting, with its intricate history and a captivating blend of cultures that promise a truly unique and immersive travel experience. Let's go! Let's delve straight into the heart of Sofia, and perhaps the most iconic symbol not only of the city but of Bulgaria itself, the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. It was built between 1882 and 1912 to honor the 200,000 Russian soldiers who died liberating Bulgaria from the Ottomans, who had ruled the cities for 5 centuries. This cathedral, amongst the biggest in the world, can hold over 10,000 people. Its Neo-Byzantine architecture is a masterpiece, adorned with those golden domes. Let's go check it out. The interior of this enormous cathedral is decorated with materials sourced from around the globe: marble from Italy, alabaster thrones from India, onyx from Brazil, and chandeliers from Munich. These chandeliers are not just decorations, they are pretty much the only source of illumination inside the cathedral. The subdued lighting really adds to the serene and contemplative atmosphere inside the cathedral. Entry to the cathedral is free of charge, but if you want to take photos and videos, then you need to get a permit like this, which costs 10 lev, or approximately €5. If you haven't had your fix of churches yet, why not check out the St. Nicholas Russian Church? This beautiful church, with a glittering mosaic exterior and golden domes, offers a more intimate experience than the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. Named in honor of St. Nicholas, the interior features icons painted between the 11th and 14th centuries. The time was 5 minutes to 11 a.m., so we hurriedly made our way to the Bulgarian President's office to catch the changing of the guard ceremony, an event that happens on the hour. While it may not be the grandest of spectacles, it's certainly a worthwhile sight to behold if you happen to be nearby. After the ceremony, we crossed the street. Behind me, this building is the National Assembly of Bulgaria. It's an imposing building in the style of Stalinist architecture. This style was adopted widely in other Eastern European countries during the time of communist rule. The facade is adorned with colossal columns and a prominent central tower, exuding a sense of grandeur and authority. So underneath the National Assembly area, you can find this ancient Serdica archaeological complex. They discovered it during the construction of the metro station Serdica 2 around 2010 to 2012. They've done a really good job protecting these ruins. It's protected from the elements by all the glass roof. You can actually see the National Assembly through the glass roof. From the ground level, you can see how the glass roof really complements the National Assembly nearby. And nearby, you can see the Sofia Monument. This used to be a statue of Lenin, but that was removed in 1990 when the Iron Curtain fell. Eventually, in the year 2000, they erected a statue of Sofia here to take the place of Lenin. If you are wondering where the statue of Lenin went, well, keep watching this video till the end, and I will show you the very interesting museum where all the statues of previous communist figures are displayed. Right now, we are at Vitosha Boulevard, the main pedestrianized shopping street. It's named after the Vitosha mountain, which you can see when looking into the distance from the boulevard. Our next attraction is a truly unusual one, a place known as the Red Flat. This is an everyday life in communist Bulgaria exhibition. So we've got into the apartment building for the Red Flat. The Red Flat is like a time capsule where you will see an apartment preserved from the 1980s communist Bulgaria's time. Once we were inside, we were supplied with an audio guide, and it was explained that we could pick up and examine anything we see inside the flat. To set the historical context a bit, during communist rule from 1944 to 1989, the Bulgarian government controlled most aspects of daily life, including housing and education. Inside, we have a look at the main lounge first. Our attention is drawn to this big shelf. There is a collection of books here. Naturally, all the titles would have been approved by the government. Nearby, we could see a collection of medals that the family have received from the state. Things like Western alcohol and confectionery would have been considered luxuries, and they would not have been easy to acquire. Next, let's move on to the children's bedroom. There is a record player here. Apparently, during the communist times, local musicians would record cover versions of Western popular songs and pass them off as their own creations. The room is also adorned with toys from that time, including this adorable plush toy, Misha, the mascot of Moscow 1980 Summer Olympics. We also check out the wardrobe. Unsurprisingly, the clothes were rather unfashionable. Finally, let's check out the kitchen. We can see this family was a relatively rich one, as they had a washing machine, a fridge, and an oven. These white goods were considered luxurious, and there would have been a long wait to acquire them. Overall, the Red Flat is not just a museum, but a journey back in time. It allows us to reflect on a bygone era and observe history through living objects and imagine just a little bit what life was like in communist Bulgaria. For our visit to Sofia, we stayed at the Hilton Hotel. From our room, we can see the National Palace of Culture, known as NDK by the locals. We're gonna check it out. From the hotel, we can get to the NDK by crossing the Lovers Bridge, so named as it is a popular meeting place for young people in love. It was built in 1981 to celebrate the 1300th anniversary of the foundation of the Bulgarian state. Lonely Planet describes this as magnificently ugly, and it certainly looks like that. The National Palace of Culture stands as the largest multifunctional conference and exhibition center in southeastern Europe. For visitors, unless they book tickets to a concert inside the NDK, the main draw of coming to this area is actually the massive and beautiful park around this building. Let me take you around this park. Near the NDK, you can find a segment of the Berlin Wall. It was given by the Berliners to the Bulgarians in 2006. Now, I've got one more amazing attraction to show you, and that is the Museum of Socialist Art. But first, if you enjoy watching this video, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel with notifications turned on. That way, you won't miss another video released from me. If you are fascinated by the history of the communist era in Bulgaria, then you're in for a treat. This museum has a big collection of large and small statues, busts, as well as paintings from the period between 1944 and 1989, when Bulgaria was under communist rule. After the fall of communism in 1989 all over Eastern Europe, many monuments of the Soviet regime were destroyed or dismantled. Eventually, in 2011, the government decided to establish museums to exhibit artistic heritage of the communist regime. A significant part of the museum is the outdoor sculpture park, and the entrance is marked by this red star. This red star used to be at the top of the National Assembly, which we visited earlier. The star attraction of the outdoor sculpture park is probably the giant statue of Lenin, which, as I mentioned earlier, once stood in the center of the city. It has, of course, since been replaced by a statue of Saint Sophia. Apart from Lenin, you could find other communist figures like Che Guevara, Georgy Dimitrov, who was Bulgaria's first communist leader, as well as Todor Zhivkov, the long-ruling dictator who ruled Bulgaria for 35 years. You will, of course, also find sculptures of smiling peasants and sweating steel factory workers laboring for the state, reflecting the propaganda during those times. You may even find statues of Bulgarian workers clutching rifles in stone-faced silence, ready to meet the evil forces of capitalism. The museum also has a drap building. Inside, you will find a collection of propaganda paintings. They depict the theme of eternal friendship between Bulgaria and the Soviet Union. The museum also has a dedicated space where you can watch films from the communist era. These films are in Bulgarian, but they do have subtitles. To be honest though, even without them, it's clear that these films were carefully curated to convey certain propaganda messages of the time. As we've explored some fascinating attractions over the past 10 minutes or so, I hope you've come to appreciate the diversity and depth of experiences Sofia has to offer. Some are thought-provoking, some are simply breathtaking, and all are steeped in history. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you are interested to find out some of the other places that we visited in Bulgaria, watch this video next. This has been Ken from Ken Travels 360. Thank you for watching. See you over there.